Welcome to Tulsa Music Lessons. This is Mr. Adam. There I am right there. Rink. Cool. This is the Broken Arrow Music Teachers Association Theory Study Guide Level 3. Today we're going to be looking at the Level 3 practice test and a little bit of the study guide. I tell you what I want to do. I'm just going to zip this by, let's see here, about right here. And I want you, if you need to look at your terminology or anything like that, just pause the video and look at it, okay? All right, there we go. Let's get to the practice test now. Okay, practice test. Write the number of each interval and space below. This is how most of these tests start, with intervals. You, however, are growing in your knowledge of intervals, and so it's still the same methodology. Just start with this one, count it as 1, don't count it as 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a seventh. Okay. And then over here, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. 1, 2. That's a second. Ooh, a big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, it's an 8, which I would put AVA, but I don't know. What you know, if it's the same, now if it's a G to a G, then you know it's an 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a fifth. 1, 2, 3. That is a third as well. Okay, cool. All right, moving on here. Draw an example of each type of note or rest. Okay, well, here we go. We got a quarter note. This is where you get to actually, do your little composition drawing. Quarter note, you do the egg, you go straight up. Be sure and fill it in. If you don't fill it in, then it's a half note. Let's go down the line here. An eighth rest. Eighth rest is kind of interesting looking. How do you explain it? It kind of has this little kind of goes, it's like a 7 in a way. Whoops, I'm dyslexic. It's like that, sorry. Goes this way. It's sort of like, you kind of do like a little 7 with a little dot there. I don't know, it's really hard for me to explain that. Dotted quarter note. Obviously, it's a quarter note with a dot. Easy enough, right? Okay. Whole rest. Whole rest, remember, if you watch my theory practice test video, I think it's level 1, we talk about this. A whole rest, you need to draw your ledger line first, okay? And you need to decide, does it go on the top or the bottom? Because a half rest goes on the bottom, a half rest goes on the top, whole rest goes on the bottom. Think of that you're drawing like a little two-dimensional, little line with a hole. Okay, like I said in level 1, don't draw this, but just remember this. It could be like a little stick man's about to fall in that hole. That's how I remember that. Okay, which leads me over here to the half rest. While I'm on the subject, the half rest, you draw your ledger line first. The half rest goes up like that, like it's a little hat, okay? See? Yeah, top a little more into ya. All right, here we go. Half note. Just like a quarter note, but you don't fill it in. Make sure your stem goes nice and high. It needs to actually go an octave high, but we don't have a staff here to figure that out. Eighth note. Eighth note, just do a little flag like that, okay? So it kind of looks like a quarter note with a little flag. Quarter rest. This is like lightning. Imagine you're Zorro and you do like a Z, kind of a stretched Z. And then you just do like this C thing going on. So, and it's just lightning going down. Looks really nice with my little man there, doesn't it? Dotted half note here. You have a half note with a dot. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's move on. Write the name of each note in the space below it. Okay, your notes are getting farther and farther apart. You have your original landmarks to help you out. You got G. You're in treble clef. Remember what clef you're in? G. You have high C right here. You got middle C here. At this point, it would be a good idea to have your upper lines memorized. So like this line you need to know is F. Okay, just have that memorized. That line's F. So what's right above F? Well, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That one's going to be G. Over here, there's middle C, and so it's right below middle C. A, B, C, so it's B. Over here, we've got, you have your landmark of high C, and so what is right above high C? Well, it's going to be A, B, C, D. So that one's D. Cool. Let's move on. All right, still, you should have this memorized as F. If that's F, then you can go F, G, A, B. So that guy right there is going to be B. All right. This is a normal one. You have your landmark G. It's right below G. It is F. Up here, this one you'll eventually memorize as a landmark. This is high, high C. Okay, so you notice it has a little ledger line right there and there. But if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, you've got this line memorized as F, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, cool. Looking at the bass clef now. Remember, really important, get your clefs right. We have the old landmark F. We've got low C here. We've got middle C here. These are all your landmarks to help you out. And like I said, it's a good idea now to memorize your lower lines. This line right here is G. Okay. All right, so anyway, we're going to get back to this. We have either F or low C to find this. I like this, though. This is D. D's right in the middle. So nice. Okay, this guy up here, you know that this is middle C. So what is right above middle C? A, B, C, D. Another D. We know, if you have this memorized, that this is G. So you just do your alphabet backwards. G, F, E. That's going to be E. We're just right here. This is G, so this one's going to be F. Super low. This is also going to become one of your landmarks. This is a low, low C. It's a C. And if you notice, I'm going to flip up here if I can. Okay, remember this is high, high C, 2 ledger lines, and looky here. This is low, low C, 2 ledger lines down. Kind of interesting how that works. This guy you should already know, that's A. Congratulations. Actually, you're only 1/3 done with this test. This is a big test. Let's look at page 2. All right, terminology time. Rink. Okay, your terminology. We're going to match things here. I'll try to go quickly. A lot of these are already on your test from Theory Test 1 and Theory Test 2. Accelerando or accelerando means to gradually get faster. So we look gradually faster. J, boom. It's like a retardando, but the opposite. All right, triad is a 3-note chord. That's a new one for you. So that's F. Moderato. Now this will be tricky here. Moderato and andante. Okay, moderato is a moderate medium speed. You got the word moderate and moderate. So that one is B. Andante is a walking tempo. They're very, very similar. Dici al fine. We had that from the last test. It means to repeat to the beginning and play to the fine. So D, right there. Allegro. Allegro is fast, quick, and lively. And you say it fast. Allegro. Crescendo. Oh, all right, check that one off. Crescendo is gradually getting louder. So that's H. And then decrescendo is gradually getting softer. There you go. All right, draw a note above the given one to make the interval shown. Okay, these are still interval work. It's just you're doing it this time. Remember, you're going above the given note. So we have a 6th here. Remember, count this as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will be a C. And then this one's a 3rd. So we go 1, 2, 3. Easy. This one's a 2nd. 1, 2. Right there. This one's a 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there on the G line. And this one right here is a 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is a 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of like to bow it around there. All right, and that is the intervals for that one. Just remember, the first note counts as 1, and then you just count up. It's that easy. For now, and it gets tougher. All right, add 1 note or rest to make each measure complete. This is for all those math fans. This is kind of a mathy one. All right, we're in 4/4 time. The first thing to notice is what is your time signature? How many beats do you need for each measure? This one we need 4 beats. We have 1, and I tell you what, at this point with your 8th notes, I would go ahead and go 1 and 2 and. We need 3 and 4 and. So we need 2 beats. How can I, what 1 note has 2 beats? Why, that's a quarter note. I'm sorry, that's a half note. All right, so you can put a half note anywhere you want to. And you can put it there, wherever you feel like. Let's look at the next measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So I need 4 and. I need one whole beat. Okay, so I'm going to add probably just another quarter note. That's easy enough. Rink. Okay, looking at this one. We have 1 and 2 and. That's how much that equals. A dotted quarter note is 3 and 4. So I need an and. I need an eighth note. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw an eighth note right here for fun. Not for fun, to get it right. Okay, all right, last one. 1 and 2 and. I need 3 and 4 and. I need 2 more beats. We're going to throw another half note right there. Excuse me, half note. All right. Now it says to use one note or rest to make each measure complete. So just for fun, let's use rests over here to make the measures complete. Notice you're in 3/4 time. Okay, so different time signature, a different amount of beats needed. We need 3 beats here. Okay, 1, 2. So we've got 1, 2. We need 1 more beat. Let's do a quarter rest just for fun. Over here, 1 and 2 and. We need a 3 and. Let's do another quarter rest. That's fun. They're fun to draw. Okay, here we go. This gets a little trickier. We have 1 and 2 is right over here. And is right there. 3. We still need and 4 and. So we need like 1.5 beats. What one note is worth 4.5 beats? I mean 1.5 beats. How about a dotted quarter note? So we'll throw a quarter note here and give it a dot. Cool. Oh, now we have a completely blank one. We need 3 beats. That's pretty easy, actually. Dotted half note. All right, you're at 66.6%. Oh, actually more. Look, this is a smaller page. All right, this is write the key signature for each of these keys. The key of C has no sharps or flats. You're just barely touching on this if you are kind of at the correct level to take level 3. The key of G only has 1 sharp. It has F sharp. And you don't write the F sharp down here. You don't do that. You write it way up here, so it's kind of hidden and out of the way. All right? The key of F has 1 flat, B flat. You write it right there. Little bitty B. Last thing, write the name of each triad. They're not trying to trick you here. They're trying to keep it really easy for you. The triads, whatever the lowest note is, that's the name of the triad. These are like chords. So this is a C chord. Okay, look at this. G. If you can name your note, you can name the triad. This one's F. And the last one is a high C, because we're in treble clef. So it's still another C chord. All right, congratulations. I believe you have done all for level 3. You're going to do great. I believe in you. Rock and roll. 1, 2, level 3. Yeah.